Everybody has to get to the understanding that every single relationship is transactional, whether we would like to agree to it or not. It absolutely is, and it's impossible for it not to be. If you're looking at it at a macro level, then you could say that. So you can throw that type of fluff on because you say people are humans, but inherently as humans we are all transactional, because if you expect reciprocity, that is literally transactional. If people don't do what it is that you expect them to do, you're going to quit the relationship. It's transactional. There's nothing that, once you have terms and expectations, it becomes transactional. Relationships are transactional no matter how you spin it. It doesn't, you could shake your head, but when you break it down to the core of it, it still doesn't change the fact that it's transactional.
It is wildly offensive, and I don't think that men even care. But it is wildly offensive to be referred to like I am a packaged product on the shelf. Like, I get how men think, but men referring to women as like marketplace things and having marketplace value, it reminds me of this white supremacist bullshit talking point. You act like women are up on the auction block and y'all are buying us. It is wildly offensive. Now y'all do what you want to do. Feel how you want to feel, talk how you want to talk. But I'm just letting you know so that you understand from a woman's standpoint, it is wildly offensive feeling like a product being bought. And that has been said tonight. To be bought, to be purchased. Those words were actually used. And you sound like white men buying slaves on the auction block. And y'all really need to stop this. No, you don't. You do what you want to do. But I don't want, I never, ever will date a man who will refer to me as a product ready to be bought. Y'all need to know that that is wildly offensive. Like, I get it, but that's
Well,
wildly offensive to women. We are human. That is why we feel like y'all don't really like us or respect us as humans because of how you use language. It
bro,
is
if you
that language that makes us think you don't like us for real. It makes us think that you only see us as pussies and mouths. I really want y'all to think about it. I'm just trying to put something on your mind. I ain't trying to change nobody's, whatever. If you want to change, change. If you don't, that's up to you. But it is wildly offensive being a human with actual emotions, living a life every day just like you. Because I don't see y'all like that. I don't see your marketplace value. I don't place value on your life as a man. I see you as a man. I see you as a person. I see you as someone who has feelings, who has ambitions, who lives a life, who can be harmed by things, who can be pleased by things, not someone who has a value based on what you do, how much money you got, how tall you are. I don't see y'all like that. And a lot of men and a lot of women do not. A lot of women do, but there are women who do not, and we do not prefer to be referred to as products ready to be bought. It's disgusting and
so
dehumanizing.
so Bo, we're talking about in the dating marketplace. So to your analogy, you said that in slaves, that was a marketplace in which they would go to buy slaves. That was the marketplace. In the dating marketplace, women who are dating are in a marketplace where men are the pickers because you guys are dating for marriage. That's what give them that credit. That's why you have a value, because your value is not just placed on things that can be purchased. For example, the fact that you're feminine is valuable, is of value. The fact that a woman has a fat ass is of value. A fact that a woman is nurturing is of value. So when we're talking about, there's nobody out here purchasing women in that sentiment. The only thing that we are doing as men is we're in the marketplace as single men, and those men are picking the women that they want to commit to and then marry. So no one has attached a monetary value to what you are, which would be what should be offensive, because there are actual markets where people go and purchase people still. There are markets where they say, okay, well, For example, in Paris, which is a very large human trafficking hub, you would be safe because you're older and you're black. However, a younger woman who is lighter skinned, we'll say Jay, like if Jay was in her 20s, she'd be a prime target, not because of anything other than the fact that not because she's attractive, it's because they can work her longer. So there are actual marketplaces where you should be offended, but this isn't one of those because we're talking about your value in the dating market, not your value as a human, and we should never conflate those two things.
There's a thing. There's something. I think everybody has to get to the understanding that every single relationship is transactional, whether we would like to agree to it or not. It absolutely is, and it's impossible for it not to be. If you're looking at it at a macro level, then you could say that. So you can throw that type of fluff on because you say people are humans, but inherently as humans, we are all transactional because if you expect reciprocity, that is literally transactional. If people don't do what it is that you expect them to do, you're going to quit the relationship. It's transactional. There's nothing that once you have terms and expectations, it becomes transactional. Relationships are transactional no matter how you spin it. It doesn't, you can shake your head, but when you break it down to the core of it, it still doesn't change the fact that it's transactional. Because if people don't meet your needs, then you stop outputting. That's period. Otherwise, you're going to be considering yourself being abused.
I was gonna say Trev saying is transactional. I don't think that I agree with that. I don't think that means that it's not other things. Like it's not obviously like for love, that word transactional. I think people just have a issue with because it sounds like almost like it's only business and that's it.
Yeah, I understand what Trevor's saying, but that's just like a portion of it. Like I said, that's a portion of relationships and dating. And I understand what Bo was saying. It's like once we get into these online spaces, I don't know when it started. I think it started before Kevin Samuels, but like we start looking at dating from this fucking nerdy way of like, oh, we just calculate this and this, that, and the third, and we just add this together. And it's like, and we start looking at fucking data and statistics about fucking dating. Like, that's fucking weird. I mean, I get it. That's where we at this point in time. But like, like niggas like adding up shit to see their percentage of how they going to like, what we going to end up with a woman and shit. Like, I think it's weird. I do. It might just be the online stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know what, Mott? What happens, Mott, is that when you do that, you are working against the grain, right? You actually fucking the game up right now because for real, you were giving credence to people with unrealistic, stupid ass expectations. The reason why people bring up these statistics is because people need to understand what is actually happening in reality. Right. And people are saying that, no, it's really not like that. So you bring the data to refute the nonsense. There's noise. There's a whole lot of noise and no fucking signal coming in. And you are perpetuating that bullshit right now.
No, I'm just saying, like niggas, like we have fucking calculators. We tell women to put their weight in and the age of the guy. We're like, well, she has a 0.00007% chance of getting a man. Like she's supposed to walk around.
A lot of it is necessary only because it's so easy for people to deny and feel like this is how I feel. I'm gonna go by my feelings. I don't really think so. The only way to refute the nonsense is to come with statistical facts, data to show that these are the actual outcomes. This is what really happens in real life. And if you don't present it in such a way that's irrefutable, then they're going to keep saying unrealistic, goofy shit. That's all we're trying to do is bring it down to earth so people can understand. We're trying to come to a language that people do understand. All of us know about data. All of us go by statistics for other things. We're just bringing it there so they can realize it and stop just saying bullshit or this doesn't happen. Because people keep saying that, no, it's not really like that. No, it doesn't happen. So when you bring the data, people just get mad like, okay, what can you say to that? How can you refute the data?
I did want to just make a point of what Miss Pearl was saying. I just wanted to agree with her because, it's so many like pointing the fingers and I see it's like man versus woman and this and that. And it's like people are searching for something. They're searching for validity. They're searching to be loved, whether it's their absent parent involved, not involved, whether it's they didn't get the nurturing love that they wanted at some point, but they're searching for these things, whether it's dad issues or whatever the case is. And instead of actually doing the work, that all of this could be alleviated. All these issues is people would do the work internally, and then not like somebody's going to fall on your lap. However, you're going to attract that. Your energy is going to bring that towards you.